The sun was setting over the village of Nkembe, casting golden hues across the bustling market. Nia, a striking young woman with smooth dark skin and eyes that shimmered like the river at dawn, was arranging baskets of yams when Chief Obadele rode in on his black horse, draped in a red and gold agbada. The chief's presence alone made the crowd part like the Red Sea. He was powerful, feared, and wealthy, a ruler with influence over all. His piercing gaze locked onto Nia, and with a slow, confident nod, he declared to his guards, "This is the woman I shall marry." Whispers filled the air. Women envied her beauty. Men envied the wealth that would now belong to her family. But hidden behind Nia's forced smile was a secret, and she was already married. A few miles away, in a small thatched hut, Django, Nia's true husband, sat sharpening his farming tools. His hands were calloused, his muscles firm from years of labor. Suddenly, his best friend, Kojo, burst through the door, panting, "Django. It's happening, and Chief Obadele has chosen Nia as his wife." The blade in Django's hand slipped, slicing his palm. He stared at Kojo in disbelief. "No. That cannot be. She is my wife." Kojo's eyes darkened with sorrow. "Her uncle has agreed. They are keeping your marriage a secret. If you speak up, they will kill you." Django clenched his fists. His heart pounded with rage, but what could a mere farmer do against a chief inside a lavish hut? Uncle Bodu counted the gold pieces Chief Obadele had sent as a bride price. His greedy fingers trembled as he stacked the coins, a sinister grin spreading across his face. Nia knelt before him, tears staining her cheeks. "Please, uncle, do not do this. I love Django." Uncle Bodu sneered. "Love does not fill empty stomachs, girl. This marriage will bring us riches. You will obey." Her mother and father sat in silence, their heads bowed in shame. They had been promised land, cattle, and a life of luxury. What was one woman's sorrow compared to the fortune that awaited them? Nia sobbed silently, knowing she was trapped. The village square was transformed into a paradise of palm fronds, silk canopies, and dancers twirling to the rhythm of talking drums. Chief Obadele stood tall in his ceremonial robes, his face adorned with white chalk patterns of kingship. He reached for Nia's hand, about to place the sacred bead bracelet on her wrist and a symbol of their eternal union. Suddenly, a deep voice boomed through the crowd, "Stop this wedding." Gasps erupted as Django pushed through the throng, his chest heaving, his eyes burning with fury. "She is already my wife." A stunned silence fell over the village. The drum stopped. The dancers froze, Chief Obadele's face twisted in rage. "What nonsense do you speak, farmer?" Nia's body trembled as she met Django's gaze, guilt and love crashing together like waves in a storm. "It's true," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "Before the gods, I am bound to Django." The elders murmured. The villagers exchanged wide-eyed glances. Uncle Bodu leaped forward, his voice desperate. "He lies. He is a jealous fool trying to ruin this sacred union." But an old woman, the village midwife, stepped forward. "No, Uncle Bodu. I was there when Django and Nia took their vows. The gods bore witness." Chief Obadele's jaw tightened. Betrayal cut deep, but dishonor cut deeper. His voice dropped to a deadly calm. "Then this marriage is void." The chief turned his piercing gaze on Uncle Bodu. "You would sell your own blood for gold." Uncle Bodu fell to his knees. "Forgive me, my chief. I only wish to bring honor to my family." Chief Obadele's voice was like thunder. "You have brought shame instead. Everything I gave you is gold, land, cattle, and will be stripped away. You are banished from Nkembe." The villagers murmured their approval as guards dragged Uncle Bodu away, his wails echoing into the night. Then, Chief Obadele looked at Nia. "Go to your husband. But let this be a lesson to all. Love should never be sold." Django rushed to Nia's side, wrapping her in his arms as the village erupted in cheers. That night, under the moonlit sky, love won over greed. Deception made by temporary riches, but the truth will always demand justice. In a world obsessed with wealth, never trade integrity for gold. Please subscribe, like and comment for more of this story.